Hello, this is the first part of a two-part training video to demonstrate all the time-saving features available in bid prep. Today, we'll see how to search, select and total, and close bids. Then, on the line screen, we'll search for products, perform mass line updates, and print vendor requests for quotes. So let's get started. This is the bid entry main screen where you can search for any bids in the system. I want to talk about using the bid ID as the searchable field. So if we enter the word sewer here, for example, and hit refresh, any bids any bids that start with the word sewer are going to be displayed here. The trick I want to show you today is just adding a star in front of the word like that, and what that does is it will display to you any bids that have the word sewer anywhere in the bid ID. Another neat feature of this initial search browser is the ability to add up lines or bids that are displayed. So if we search, for example, for all Bally's bids, open bids, we get a list of them right here, and if we need to add up a couple of bids real quick, we can just select those two, and here at the bottom you get the total of the two selected bids. If you hit refresh again and don't select anything, all of the listed bids in this screen are added up. So again, if I select one, maybe this one, only the selected ones are calculated here at the bottom. The last thing I want to talk about today on this main initial screen is about closing bids. To keep a good list and a manageable list of your bids, you should often close your open bids so we have a good list. So the only thing I want to point out is the difference about closing a bid that is still in the enter stage, meaning we didn't get the job, but we lost the job, and we just want to clear our list of open jobs. So if you right click here on this bid that's still in the enter state and go to close, the screen is going to come up, and it's going to just ask you for a lost business reason, and you can say, yeah, maybe we lost it because of price, and say okay, and now that bid goes to the voided stage. However, when you close a bid that has been released, a bid that we won, and we send sales orders to the job site, it's going to work a little bit different. It's you just say close, and you don't need to enter anything here, and say okay, and if we refresh now, you can see that bid went to the closed stage. So that way we can go back and if we have to, do some analysis on what bids were lost and what bids were one. But the point here is you should always keep your list of open bids clean by closing the ones you don't need anymore. Now I want to talk about searching and filtering line items within a bid. If you want to limit your lines list in this bid here, you can do so by using these three fields here to filter. If the product field would let you enter a specific product number to search for within this bid, but it lets you do more than that. Let's say we want to look for all the steel pipe stuff within this bid. What happens here when you start typing a product number and you see this color, this background color that changed to gray, the system is trying to help you with the product auto lookup functionality. But maybe you don't want that. Maybe you just want the words, the letters SP in there. So you can on your keyboard hit the escape key to turn that feature off, and just leave those letters in there. Hit refresh, and now every item that starts with the letters SP are going to show up. The next field is the description field, where you can basically type whatever you want in here. And the description field works for all the descriptions, not only description 1, but description 2, and even the other description fields. So right here, any item that has the word gasket anywhere would show up. The last field is the vendor field, where we can limit to see only items for a certain vendor. And finally, one thing that might be useful to when searching for items is to either sort by product or by description, which would put all the lines sorted by the product column, and you would make it easy for you to find an item or actually find a group of lines that also has the same item number on it. A very common usage of the filtering, the line filtering here at the top, would be to limit the list to like items, so we can make an update to that whole group. So if we use our earlier example of all of our steel pipe stuff, we can hit escape again and hit refresh, and all of our steel pipe items are showing. That way it makes it very easy for us to just highlight the whole thing and go to update lines, and let's say we want to buy all this stuff from Southland, and there it is. Maybe we want to assign the ship to also, and in one shot we updated all these lines to the proper vendor. The line update screen can also update other fields in addition to the vendor and the ship to. So if we want to, for example, to take a whole group and change the total price, we can basically highlight that whole group go to update lines again, and we can see the total, the current total right now, and let's do it for 32,000. We can hit apply, see what our current margin would be, and once we hit OK, it actually changes the price for the group here to what we want it to be. I also want to point out that the calculation here is now being done in a way that it keeps the margin somewhat close to what it used to be, so it doesn't make a huge difference for items that have big margin differences like this one and this one. Many other fields can be updated in mass using the lines update screen. So let's say, for example, we want to change all the items for this specific vendor here. Again, I've filtered the line screen to show only that vendor. Highlight all the lines, go to update lines, and maybe this time around these are gonna be sent directly to the job site, and in addition I want to make a full change it to 19% across the board here margin. So that can be easily done that way. You can see they all have a margin of 19%, and they are all set to go direct from the vendor to the job site. Another feature that ties in really well with the vendor filtering is the ability to print requests for quotes right from this screen. So if we go back to our steel pipe, which we have already assigned to Southland, we can again filter these lines just for that vendor, and after selecting all of them, right click and go to print vendor quote. Here we can select a different vendor other than Southland, and it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be anybody, just for the example. And we can say OK here and say yeah, send it to my viewer. We can open our report viewer, and there's my request for quote form going to that other vendor, so we can get some pricing from them. So that's it for this first part of this training video. As always, thanks for watching, and let me know of any questions, and make sure to watch the second part of this series. Thank you.